So, welcome everyone. I'm Alexander Mihalcea, and today we're joined by Lluís, founder and chairman of BELOBABA. Thanks for being here.
Thank you to having me.
Before we dive in, could you give us a quick overview of what BELOBABA does?
BELOBABA is in the trend of Web3 banking. It's like a digital bank that is merging traditional finance and digital assets.
Okay, that's fascinating. And what inspired you to create BELOBABA? Was there a specific moment or experience that sparked this journey?
So let's say that it was two moments that inspired me to start BELOBABA. The first one is, I think that an experience that almost everyone can agree and share with us, not so that this not friendly experience with banking, so so they have a social function, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes you don't have this feeling, okay,
Right.
so I think that so I was listening a phrase in a stock market meeting that now they realize that they have clients what they have
Right.
before what they have before, so what they have before. So and the second one was in when I started in blockchain in 2017. So I start to interact with crypto, and again the banks are reacting very bad against me. So I have plenty of problems to move crypto, and I felt that I didn't do anything illegal or anything. I was experimenting with this amazing technology and trying to build a new financial system that with this technology makes sense. So
Right.
and because I have this I don't know, with this feeling that I am not never give up, so I see from the problem the opportunity. So I went deeper and deeper and deeper in blockchain until I find that I can make this solution and bring to the people.
Okay, that's really great. And what is your background before starting this venture?
I am an entrepreneur. I was in different areas, in different industries, from I don't know, printing, advertising, so education. So I can say to you that one of the industries that impact me more was my last experience in private sector was in a business school. I was enjoying so much working in this business school as an admission director, so allowed me to know from behind incredible teachers from
Mm-hmm.
different master degrees from supply chain, human resources, and managers, intelligence. So I was enjoying so much because I have to
Right.
catch these points and impact the future of students to take a decision in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
And and thanks to this experience, I started my journey in blockchain in 2017 through education. Thanks to this experience, I started through education because in this moment,
Interesting.
it was in this momentum, and it was needed a lot of education, So there were no business schools teaching blockchain, crypto, and these kind of things, and we started with that.
Yeah, right. That's fascinating. So let's go back to when you first started. What major challenges or gaps did you see in the market that made you think this needs to be solved?
No, but the challenge, all the challenge possible. I started early in 2018, so when I start to create the project was at the end of 2017. Then markets fall down, so you can imagine. So when these last crashes of the market, not from bull
Yeah, right.
to bear market, disaster, cooling down the momentum, cooling down the interest. Then it was the first big banning of the big techs of crypto. So Google, Facebook, everyone was banning. So you couldn't make any advertising,
Mm-hmm.
any.
Right.
So we started the business school. We started the institute, the blockchain institute of technology. That was the beginning of BELOBABA, and we started to get the first students. We launched the first, let's say, master.
Yeah.
So and then suddenly, boom, you cannot interact with nobody, So and this was, I think, yeah, one of the worst things that happened to us. One of the learnings that I had from this moment in 2018, that we were not be able, was a huge mistake for us, because this years also was the beginning of this YouTube and this
Yeah.
trending of
Yeah.
we didn't catch the trend. We didn't. We are in our comfort zone to make some kind of advertising, blogs, events, but we didn't jump deep to the streaming, to open
Right,
to.
right.
We didn't have this, even though we have the thought, but we didn't. So and then yeah, so a lot of challenge we went through, a lot of challenge.
Okay,
Then
okay.
we built
That's
the investment fund in Gibraltar, a lot of challenge to build the first tokenized investment fund invested in crypto. Then all the journey to build the neobank also was really to write a couple of books.
yeah, right, right. That's interesting. And could you elaborate on why the existing solution weren't meeting these needs?
Yeah, sure. So, look, I think that we are heading a world of a digital world. Okay, we are heading
Mm-hmm.
a digital world. So, it's not a borderless banking.
Right.
So borderless banking this is very important. Okay, why? Because tech is shaking the world.
Yeah, yeah.
Tech is
Right.
shaking the world. So, it started with internet, and everyone can access to the knowledge, then AI, then blockchain, and these technologies are decentralizing this fragmentation, so distributed the power of the big guys to everyone, so and what does it mean? It means that this is here to bring to the user first more chances, so people will have more options than the local bank. This is very important. Second, if you have borderless banking, you have options to work in your risk management of your assets. Don't have all
Yeah.
the apples in the same basket. Okay. Also, you can start to learn about the principles of other jurisdictions. So every jurisdiction and every bank in every jurisdiction is setting up the risk appetite and the rules, and this is good. But you learn that in other places it's 100% legal and there are another rules. A lot of them are very similar, but we are bringing this. It's like a financial marketplace. We are bringing all these different banks in different places of the world in one
Yeah.
same place, and through this learning we are bringing with a one click product to the users, so they can from one click get access from banks from Panama, Mexico, Ecuador, US, Europe, crypto wallets. Okay, so this is
Mm-hmm.
a, let's say, a huge innovation, let's say,
Yeah,
so
right.
it's like the new way of private banking. And the other huge need that is needed, you have to think, and I realized with the blockchain technology, the first institute that we built, that even though people is getting excited about technology, people is getting excited about, yeah, this infrastructure that is called blockchain makes all the sense, it's more efficient, it's more convenient for banking. So
Right.
everyone understands that this is good, okay? But 90% of population, they don't have financial education.
Yeah, yeah.
And even though one of them that they have financial education, people are every time are more lazy. They rely in technologies like AI or blockchain to do the job. So they want to enjoy the life. They want to, I don't know, stay with family. They want, and they have this dream that, hey, for sure, algorithms are going to make it do it better than me. So
Yep.
they can impact in my savings and finance. So
Yeah, right.
what we are bringing with BELOBABA is a digital bank, okay, that embrace AI and DeFi.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is the future of banking. This is the
Right.
future. Okay, so the future of the banking is the merging of current banks that they are like the infrastructure. Okay, and then they embed companies like us that we bring these super new tools that AI is bringing to us. Okay, and we are connecting with super cool products that we can build on DeFi. DeFi, as you know, is decentralized
Yeah.
finance. So we are eliminating all the intermediaries, and this is a huge revolution for the final user. Huge revolution.
Right, right.
If you can build a neobank that with one click, not really complicated, with one click and in a proactive way, you can impact in the savings and in the investments of 90% of population, random people, let's say, okay, people like papas, my parents, so they don't. So I think that it's a huge has a huge potential to
Right.
impact people for the better.
Yeah. And for example, I have a curiosity by then. How do you balance innovation with regulatory compliance in the digital banking space?
Okay, so this is the trend, Web3 banking. So you did the right question. Okay, so for one side, you have traditional banking. Okay, when we talk about traditional banking and we talk that maybe there is over bureaucracy, maybe they are not so much inclusive because they are protecting from the risks. So, but they have very good things. They have consumer protection. You know that in
Right.
crypto, if you set a transaction and you mistake the transaction, you lost the money.
Yeah.
Okay. So how many people, as you know, families, relatives, so they are ready for self-custody?
Less.
1%. So there are plenty of best practices, okay, that I am truly believe, even though I trust in Bitcoin and all the benefits that are bringing to us. So I really believe that the mix of centralization and decentralization, okay, is the future. Okay, so decentralization is achieved. Bitcoin is there. Bitcoin is there. Ethereum is there. So it's achieved. So it's a thing that it's not coming back. So, but to build products for, let's say, 99% of population, if it's right to say in this way, okay, so you need to hybrid, okay, from centralized and decentralized. Brings to us very good practice for money laundering, for protecting from scammers, from all these kind of things are very necessary to bring to Web3. How we are going to solve that? This is a little tricky, okay? From one side, I can say to you, we have the tools. In our compliance team, we have tools to track crypto transactions, crypto wallets, to track block users. You see the last hack with Bybit. That was one of the biggest hacks ever, and the whole industry were working with that, and they solved it in one day. Let's say, super cool thing. So this happened before, was a crash for the market. And nothing happened. Let's say. Okay, so I think that we have the tools. So thanks to AI, we can also be more proactive to know the user, to know what is working, to know a little bit about them. So I think that we have the tools. So how many people are drug dealers? How many people are terrorists? How many people are doing illegal things? How many illegal transactions were conducted in crypto last year? 2%. Only 2% of the crypto transactions were connected with fraudulent frauds. Okay, I told you this figure is much more less than the fraud did in cash or in fiat money. So I think that we don't have to be afraid of embrace these new technologies. And then there are some experiments. Which experiments, for instance, no? So we are watching so that there are centralized institutions banking that okay, I want to interact with your ecosystem and with the wallets, okay? And they start to ask IDs when you want to send a crypto transaction. If you want that banking is allowing this crypto transaction, they request from you that you share the ID of this crypto wallet.
Right.
So this is not legal.
Yeah.
At least in Europe. So I think that this is not the right approach, okay? But we are in the first stages, okay? So centralized institutions and traditional banking, they try to bring their practices to this new financial structure, but we have the tools. So I don't think that we don't have to be afraid. Every time more we know our client, the company that is operating with us, so we have plenty of information. So it's quite easy to see where are the bad practice.
Right. So walk us through how BELOBABA addresses these challenges. You mentioned before, but I want to specify more. What makes your approach unique?
So what is making our approach unique? Okay, so I can say to you that we have three approach, and the combination of them is making us unique. Okay, the first approach is with traditional banks. So no, BELOBABA, another neobank. Who needs another neobank? Who needs another Revolut? Who needs everyone has local banks, no? For instance, imagine that you are a bank, I don't know, in Spain or in Mexico or I don't know, whatever country. Okay, so we live in a global world. So I can come with you and say, hey, how are you, Alexander? So I can bring to you volume that you feel comfortable with your risk appetite. Okay, because I have clients that they are worldwide, that they don't know you, but they want to make business in Mexico because they have family, they have business, whatever. Okay, so the first approach of our business is that we can bring benefits to the traditional banks. The second approach to the users, to the final user, so we called our banking the future of private banking for the first time. Okay, so I can deliver to you not a multi-currency account. I can deliver to you in one app multiple jurisdictions. So Panama, Ecuador, Mexico, United States, Europe, we are onboarding more. Okay, so this is very important for risk management. to
Right.
have different eggs in different baskets for businesses purposes, for let's say for remittances, international remittances, so maybe when we are in Europe and we are only interacting with this market that is Europe, we don't realize how much is needed solutions in this market of payments, okay? Or in these markets. So when you are traveling to Asia, to Africa, to Latin America, you realize, or even in Europe, when you start to do a transaction that is a little bit above of the average, you realize this is not your money.
Right. Right.
It's not your money. And it's your money, So
Yeah. Yeah.
there are plenty of use cases that we can build, and then we are focused also in communities.
Hmm.
So we have a B2B2C approach. So this, let's say, crypto culture, okay.
Hmm.
So it's bringing the communities, okay. These communities,
Yeah.
like in gaming, love to engage with brands, okay.
Yeah.
So here, thanks to Embed Finance, we are delivering brand cards through Visa or
Hmm.
Mastercard. So they can deliver brand cards to the communities, and they can launch a token, or they can interact with several products. So we are bringing to these communities new revenue streams, more engagement with let's say, the community, because they have the card, okay? And we can set up different products for the community in this financial application.
Right. Okay. And for example, when you talk to potential clients, what's the biggest misconception they typically have about what you do?
The typical ones are my mama. For what I need a bank account in Panama? Too much complicated. Okay, so we have to make it more simple. Okay, so my mama, for sure, she's going to use the the euro account, because she lives in Spain.
Okay.
And for sure she's going to use our card. She will do a very conventional use case of our product. Okay, but she is not, let's say, our target. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
our target is somebody like you that maybe has crypto, okay, and
Yep.
can send crypto, top up our card, and you can spend with your Mastercard, okay. So, or you are getting payments from US because you are freelance, or you are paying your freelancers to Mexico, or
Right.
you are working with Indians, okay, and you have a platform that you can make payments for free between the users, or in stable coins in crypto. So, and your current banking application is not allowing you to do that.
Okay. And what strategies have worked best for educating customers about your digital banking solutions?
Yeah. So this is connected with the previous question. Okay. So you say to me, hey,
Yep.
so which is the typical misconception? No? So also this crypto world. So in a lot of regions in this world, when you talk about crypto, scams coming to your mind. So crypto, one of the best use cases that crypto has is stable coins.
Yep.
Stablecoins is amazing for borderless payments, to do it cheaper, fast. It's really amazing to work. So who is working with stablecoins is not going to the SWIFT system.
Right. 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 Right.
But the word crypto is a little bit scary, scaring people, So because so it's a lot of scams, and a lot of failed projects trying to experiment with this technology. Okay, and going back to your question, okay, so I can answer to you that the goal of BELOBABA has to be a one-click product.
Okay.
Has to be one-click product. So we are not going to stop until we have a one-click product, and the best providers behind us. So
Okay.
a lot of the things are going to be fixed if we have a one-click product. What does it mean? If you have a one-click product, you don't have misunderstandings, and you don't have a challenge with you to educate your users. So,
Right.
because at the end of the story, it's a bank to receive and send money. It's a bank card to make payments, okay? And then you have to choose if you want to do savings in a conservative way,
Hmm.
or you want to invest. And it has to happen in one click.
Yep.
The magic happens, okay? So
Hmm.
our responsibility to have these cool products, but our obsession is not to have to explain our product. Okay, so
Yeah.
when
Right.
usually I started to explain, no, we are a multi-jurisdictional neobank, blah 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 blah. Nobody understands nothing. For me, it's incredible. It's amazing. I think that we are doing a really cool stuff, but people is not understanding. And then you say, no, we have crypto speculation, ups and downs. No, no, stablecoin payments. They don't listen. So
Yeah. Yeah.
once I realized that once people start to use the product, so is that, yeah, is that is using the card, is using your money, is making transaction, is getting better financial products that your traditional bank is offering to you. That's all
Yep.
it's all about.
Right. And also, could you share a specific success story of a client who saw significant results using your solution?
Yeah. Well, I can say to you that through all these years, we have, let's say, a loyal community of 1,500 users.
Hmm.
So and I think that all of them, they are very loyal to us. And it's very difficult to be loyal to us in
Yeah.
a project in this stage. When you are in a startup, that you are interacting with banks, that maybe one of them is not feeling comfortable, or we don't feel comfortable with them because they start to request many papers, or they are not working in the fastest speed that our users needs, and we think that we have to be. So there are a lot of frictions that our users or you enjoy that, hey, I support you, I have passions, so but let's go. But the others that say, oh, this is not working, Revolut is much more better, yeah, but it's not
Right.
Revolut yet. So but I can tell you, our community, our loyal community, is the biggest example of let's say success examples. So they are
Hmm.
interacting with us, using the card, getting amazing financial products from these revenues they are spending with the card. So they are so happy, and organically it's growing.
Right. And looking at the broader industry, what key trends are you seeing emerge?
Artificial intelligence and DeFi. So I am obsessed with that. Obsessed. So we have to be pioneers in that. So I told you, DeFi is offering what traditional banks are not offering, what investment funds are not offering. So this non-custodial and client-centric and much more higher performance. So performance, results. So this we have to bring to the users, because crypto is about that.
Right.
So you have plenty of incredible companies building these products, plenty. So the
Yeah.
most brilliant minds are in artificial intelligence and in crypto, building
Hmm.
these products for the people, by the people, and it's super exciting. And then you have this trend of AI with their bots that will revolutionize the customer experience, revolutionize how you interact with your dashboard. Before we talk, no? So maybe the dashboard for my mama is not the dashboard for you, or is not a
Right.
dashboard for a professional trader. So we are going to customize. So
Hmm.
until the last detail for everyone, we are going to improve the customer service 24/7.
Yeah.
We are going to revolutionize the way that people is interacting with these platforms. A lot of people has problems accessing with iPhone or Android, or because and maybe with voice you are going to interact with your device, and I need to do a transfer to Argentina. This is the data, blah 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 blah, and transfer will be done by device.
Yeah.
Also, these AI bots and these AI wealth managers, so that I told you, people is afraid that technology is going to cut a lot of works.
Yeah.
And I always say, hopefully, because we are not in this life. This is a little bit more philosophic, but we are not in this life to pay the rent.
Right.
So we didn't come here to this earth. The mystery of life is not to come here, pay a mortgage, and go to work and disappear. So
Right.
so everyone has to find their purpose, no? And I think that really, even though this technology is going to impact our world in a way that we don't know, and we are going to be shocked. In the opposite, we are going to have these AI bots that really they will help us in the financials. So and hopefully this is going to happen, and we
Hmm.
can eradicate, let's say,
Yeah.
this problem of poverty, or we can help and empower people in the finance, let's say, okay? And then with the finance, they can empower themselves and their families to be happy, first of all, because we are here to be happy, and then to think where I can bring, how I can impact the world for the better.
Right. And for example, how are these trends affecting how businesses operate in our space?
So I think that we are living in a period that I call it the liberalization of banking. Okay, liberalization of banking. What does it mean? We are talking about fragmentation. Okay, will be multiple players like multiple players experimenting with different technologies and with different products. Okay, and we are going to work in a cooperative way. So we didn't invent nothing. We are only connecting the best products in the market. So my job is amazing. So I have to travel around the world with my team, analyzing the best projects possible, and then connect to the BELOBABA app, and my community will enjoy them.
Yeah.
This is I waking up every morning, and this is my motivation, my main motivation. So that
Right, right.
what I am learning, bring into my community, So fragmentation. So then this collaboration. So a lot of people say no, banks are going to disappear. Will disappear the banks that they are not adapting or they are not doing the things in the right way. But the future is, or what I see, what is happening is the banks will be the protectors or will be the infrastructure, so they are connected with the central banks. They can keep the laws, they can keep certain rules, okay, but
Yeah,
they instead to go to the final client, they delegate that to companies like we. So, and all of us, we are going to connect each other to bring amazing products to people. So the era of I have one bank for each user, it's finished.
right,
Everyone will
right.
have multiple banks with multiple cool products to solve different things on their of their.
Yeah, this was my next question. So, how do you see the relationship between traditional banking and Web3 evolving over the next 3, 5 years, for example?
So I used to be in Dubai, in United Arab Emirates, okay, and I am talking. I am lucky to talk with some of the CEOs and top managers of banking, and they are ready. They
Hmm.
are ready. I cannot say names, but
Yeah,
I was in a bank that they have the pairs with stable coins, incredible products. So it was my dream.
yeah, right.
Wow, I want to do that as well. And he said to me, "We are only waiting. We are ready. We are waiting that central bank start to give to us the
Yeah, that
authorization,
shift.
and we are going to collaborate if God will with them." So, yeah. So the future is the collaboration. Who is not going to collaborate will be a super decentralized project that as well is necessary, or a super centralized institution that has the risk to disappear.
Right, right. And in your opinion, what do you think most business owners are getting wrong when they're trying to address this specific problem?
I didn't get the point, the question.
So, what do you think most business owners are getting wrong when they're trying to address this specific problem?
I will answer to you in another way.
Okay,
Imagine that you are a business owner, okay? Or
right.
you are one of these super banks and you want to
Yep.
start to interact with this technology. You have to look for an isolate case. So you have to create a small department, or you have to experiment with some of your clients. So you have to do small experiments. Okay, so
Hmm.
you can put focus in your business. You are running your business, but you can create a small business case with some clients or some employees, or using this tool and using this tool to impact to the users. Okay, so and from this small, let's say, business case, start to scale.
Hmm.
So you don't have to go to this technology, boom, tomorrow I'm going to change my business. So because this technology, it's in the early stage still. So there are a lot of noise. And there are still lack of regulation, and still you cannot rely 100%
Yeah,
in these models. The human supervision is 100% necessary still.
right. And what advice would you give to business owners who want to stay ahead of these changes?
Now, thanks to YouTube and thanks to internet, we have access to the most brilliant minds. Thanks to Twitter, okay, we have access to the brilliant minds, and you have the coolest ideas. Every morning you wake up, open YouTube, Twitter, and you have this access. But the most important thing is to go to events. I think that events are the key. So search an event in your region. So I don't know, the future of AI in Barcelona, the future of AI
Yeah.
in Praga, the future, okay, and go there. Buy a ticket and go there and listen without pressure and take notes and try to speak with one to another. Go to check the projects and try to understand if one of these projects is suitable for one of your business cases in your business. And start to make small steps, but in this direction. But events are the key.
Yeah, great, great advice. And as you wrap up, what's next for BELOBABA? Any exciting developments on the horizon?
BELOBABA, yeah, no, this is our year, brother. This is our year. So we are already 1 year in the market. And this year we are releasing our new infrastructure. So we are going to control our core banking, our backend, our front end. So this is thing that didn't happen before. So we work so hard to do that. So we are going to control the full experience of our users. This is the year of client acquisition as well. So this means that we are going from our loyal community. We didn't do advertising before. So this year we are going to do advertising in order to achieve minimum 60,000 users. And this is the year, and this is not any promotion, but you asked me, okay? So this year, in 1 month, we are launching our token, okay? So which are the benefits of our token? But of course, we are going to support the token, and we are launching the token even the market is not now is a
Right,
little bit
right, right, right.
uncertain. So it's not the best moment to launch because it's not clear the market which direction is going. But we are ready to launch the token. We are ready to support the token in a daily basis. But most important than price, I am not going to say no, it's going to skyrocket the price, or no, tokens are up and down. It's like shares.
Yeah,
So the most important and the business case that we want to bring to the community is, if you have our token, you will be rewarded every single month in USDT, not in tokens, in USDT, in real money,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
up to 10% of the fees that we are going to generate with the banking and the protocol. So,
Interesting.
yeah, because usually banks are making money from people.
Yeah,
We want to make money with people and grow with
right,
people. So this feeling of belonging to BELOBABA, that, hey, I have some tokens and I know that this bank is growing, so I am getting more, so
right, right.
every month in money, not in tokens, in USDT, so, and we are very excited. We are 1 month ahead from this event.
Interesting, interesting. So, for listeners who want to learn more or potentially work with Bell, what's the best way to get in touch?
Very easy. belobaba.io, and you will see in the website banking access and push. They will have fast onboarding or full onboarding. With fast onboarding, it's only necessary one email and one password, and you are in, and you have the Ferrari. Okay. And in this moment as well, one of our team members will reach you, and they will advise in whatever, how they use the infrastructure, how they use the banking platform, how they use the crypto wallets, how to use the 5 products. So with pleasure, we are going to advise them.
Great. Perfect. So, thank you for sharing those insights about you, about your company, and about the whole story. And thank you for this amazing podcast session.
Thank you to you. See you soon.
Great. So, see you in the next episode. Bye.
Okay, bye.